The Media Roundtable marks 90 days of the U.S. Ambassador to Ghana, Robert Jackson, in the country. Over the period, he has toured Ghana and met with various businesses and civil society groups. In a week and a half, we'll see the start of a training program dubbed Epic Guardian. It will strengthen bilateral relations and emphasize the U.S.'s long-term commitment to supporting Ghana. Ghanaian officers from the Police Counter-Terror Unit and military will train with U.S. Special Forces over 8 days. Ambassador Jackson says the program will improve the capacity of Ghanaian officers in areas of communications, logistics, intelligence gathering and analysis, as well as crisis planning and response.
This was planned before the arrival of the two ex-detainees, and it was planned before the attacks in Bamako, Ouagadougou, and Grand Bassam. But I think it's especially timely now. And the message that I really want to emphasize is that preparedness is the best deterrent. And through exercises like this and through training for our military, police, and other security officials from all countries, we are better able to deal with this. But no country can expect to be immune to terrorist attacks. Within a month of my arrival, we did a tabletop exercise with all of the Ghanaian security agencies under the chairmanship of the National Security Coordinator, and we are using this exercise to build on that activity.
In the light of increased terrorist and security alert, the U.S. ambassador rejected suggestions there is a link to Ghana's hosting of the two Guantanamo Bay detainees.
We exchanged diplomatic notes, which is a normal procedure. There's no treaty or anything like that would require ratification by either of our legislative bodies. I actually think it's healthy that we've had a discussion about whether having these two ex-detainees here is likely to attract jihadis or bring terrorism to Ghana. I firmly reject that assertion. I don't see how there's any connection. And frankly, the governments of Mali and Burkina Faso had not accepted ex-detainees, and that they were victimized by terrorism. The same with Cote d'Ivoire. So I just don't see any linkage between having the ex-detainees here and terrorist events that are occurring in the region.
On Ghana's quest for a free, fair and violent-free elections, the U.S. is committing some $4.5 million in support.
1/3 of that will go to the Electoral Commission to assist with its strategic communications and provide other support for the Commission, educating voters and making people aware of the practicalities of voting. 1/3 of the funds will go to the Peace Commission. This will go through the United Nations Development Program. It will go not only to the National Peace Commission but also to the regional peace commissions. And as part of this activity, we will be doing additional training for journalists, and we will also be working to identify the areas that are at greatest risk of conflict. The Peace Commission and the UNDP have already done a map of potential conflict areas. We're bringing in the leading expert from the U.S. Agency for International Development on election security.
The Media Roundtable also raised issues relating to trade between the U.S. and Ghana, which is estimated at $1.2 billion.